So students, we have to discuss
Okay.
today new centers of power. In this, we have already discussed European Union, ASEAN, and the BRICS. And we were on the rise of Chinese economy now. In this, we have already discussed yesterday about the rise of Chinese economy. We had discussed all the points, and now we come on Indo-China relationship. In Indo-China relationship, before we start, separately, we would like to discuss the Aksai Chin area dispute between India and China. What is this? First of all, we'll have the timeline for this, then we'll start the Indo-China relationship so that you could get where, when we'll be talking of the relationship over there. I'll give you the reference only so that you could get the things. So, what was the Aksai Chin area dispute between India and Pakistan? See, what happened in it was begun in 1865. In 1865, as we have seen that between India and Pakistan, Radcliffe Line had been there. Okay, in the
Yes,
same
ma'am.
way, boundaries were demarcated by the British between the different countries also. Okay, between India and along with the neighbors of India. So in 1865, they demarcated Indo-China border. Indo-China border, and it was demarcated by William Johnson at that time. William William Johnson. So after the name of William Johnson, this line was known as the Johnson line at that time. Known as Johnson line in 1865. And this Johnson line included Aksai Chin area in India. Aksai Chin in India only. Got it? And
Yes, ma'am.
again in 1899, it was demarcated again by McDonald, and it was came to be known as the McDonald line. Okay? Demarcated again in 1899 and known as McDonald line, which we call today McMahon line.
Yes, ma'am.
McDonald line. Okay. And at this time, now China claimed on Aksai Chin area. Okay. And India began to claim that Aksai Chin lies in India only. Listen, when in 1865, when this was demarcated by William Johnson, it came to be known as Johnson Line, and it included Aksai Chin area in India. And at that time, just to add on one line here, and China accepted this at that time. China accepted. Got it? But in
Yes, ma'am.
1899, when it was demarcated again by the British and it came to be known as McDonald Line, now China began to claim that Aksai Chin area lies in the boundaries of China only. Got it? And in 1951, this was the time of 1951. 1951, China started to construct a road in the Aksai Chin area of India. China started to construct the road road in Aksai Chin area. In Aksai Chin area of India. Okay. And till India came to know about it in September 1957. 1957, when India came to know of this, till then China had constructed the road till 179 kilometer area. India came to know, but till then China had already constructed road up to how many kilometers? 179 kilometers. China had constructed now. Got it? So from here,
Yes, ma'am.
the dispute arose between these two countries. This is known as the Aksai Chin area dispute. Got it, everyone? Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now, whenever we'll take the reference of Aksai Chin, I'll give you the reference only of the Aksai Chin dispute. Got it? Now I'm going to clear all these and we come on Indo-China relationship now. Now we'll see the timeline of Indo-China relationship. It just began. What happened? All of us know in 1950. We got independence in 1947. Okay.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
in 1950, after we got independence from 1948, we could see that the world began to be divided into the two blocks. And
Two power blocks.
India did not want to join either the blocks in the world. India adopted the policy of non-aligned movement.
Mm.
Got it? India had adopted the
Yes, ma'am.
different foreign policies. In the foreign policy of India, Naam and Panchasheel had been there. We'll discuss now what's the Panchasheel in fact. So India's foreign policy was mainly based on these two principles, Naam and Panchasheel. Okay, because India did not want to join either the bloc in the world. India did not want to join either the bloc in the world. Either the bloc in world. World was divided into the two blocks, Soviet bloc and USA bloc, Western Alliance and the Eastern
USA
Alliance, and
block.
India did not want to go with them at all. So India's foreign policy was based on India's foreign policy was based on two principles mainly. On two principles. What were these? What were these two principles? Number one, Naam. They believed in Naam. And secondly, Panchasheel. Panchasheel is the set of 5 principles in fact. Panchasheel.
Okay, ma'am.
Got it? In 1954, in 1954, you could see China had started the construction of road from 1951. And in 1954, our Honorable Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru visited China. Nehru visited China. At that time, one slogan was very popular. It was Hindi Chini Bhai Bhai in 1954. Okay, because Panchasheel had taken place between both of them. Got it? So when Nehru visited China and
Okay.
they signed on 5 principles that they will follow. Signed on Panchasheel agreement. It is known as the agreement between these two countries. Panchasheel agreement. Okay. So what was this Panchasheel agreement? Panchasheel agreement was the set of the 5 principles. 5 principles. What were these? These were number one. First of all, number one was non-interference. No country will intervene into the internal and external affairs of anybody. Non-interference. Second was non-aggression. Non-aggression. Third was mutual cooperation. We have already discussed all these terminologies. Mutual cooperation. Number fourth was to respect each other's sovereignty and integrity. To respect, here in short I am writing sovereignty and integrity. And integrity of each other. Number 5 and fifth principle was peaceful coexistence. Peaceful coexistence. Got it? Panchasheel
Yes,
was
ma'am.
the Panchasheel was the combination of all these 5 principles. Got it? After this, we come on 1957. I'm going to clear all these. Now we come on 1957. In 1957, when India had come to know about the construction of road by China, in 1957, China China showed some of the parts of India in the map of China. China showed some parts of India in the map of China. In the map of China. Got it? And along with this, China refused to accept the McMahon line. China refused the demarcation made by the British. Okay, China claimed that now the British have left India. British have gone. We we won't accept the demarcation made by the British. Will demarcate it again. Okay, so China refused to accept McMahon line demarcated by British. McMahon line demarcated. Okay, so China had refused
Yes,
this
ma'am.
also, and India gave shelter here. India had given shelter to Dalai Lama. Got it? So
Yes, ma'am.
all these factors were clubbed, and these resulted in Indo-China War in 1962. In 1962, all these factors, because India had given had given the shelter to Dalai Lama and Tibetan also. And China just claimed that India is trying to intervene into their internal affairs. So on all these grounds led to the Indo-China War in 1962. Got the point clear?
Ye-
Is,
Yes, ma'am.
are those clear? Any confusion?
No, ma'am.
For next 20 years, they hardly had any conversation between both of them. They did they did not have any conversation between these two countries. Hardly they had, because the disputes have been arisen between India and China now. After this, in 1980, in 1980, the initiative was taken by Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee. He visited China to meet on the various issues. He just wanted to resolve the issues between India and China, because China had been a very immediate neighbor. So India also wanted to resolve the issues. So initiative was taken in 1980, and Atal Bihari Vajpayee visited China. Atal Bihari Vajpayee visited
China.
China to resolve the various issues. Got it? After this,
Yes, ma'am.
in 1987, what happened in 1987? India granted statehood to Arunachal Pradesh, and it escalated tensions again between India and China. India granted statehood to Arunachal Pradesh. Now Arunachal Pradesh had also become a state. Arunachal Pradesh. And to grant the statehood to Arunachal Pradesh, it escalated the tensions between two countries. For China claimed that India is trying to grab off the disputed areas between these two countries. After India granted the statehood to Arunachal Pradesh in 1987, now the tensions and conflicts again arose between these two countries. Tensions escalated between India and China.
Yes, ma'am.
India and every time ये small letter में लिख जाती हूँ मैं India. India and China. Got it? What
Yes,
were
ma'am.
the grounds? Because China claimed that now India is trying to grab of a disputed area between these two countries, because as per China, Arunachal Pradesh at that time it was known as the Northwest Frontier Provinces, NWFP. And China claimed that if India has granted the statehood to Arunachal Pradesh, so what were the rights to India to grant the statehood to Arunachal Pradesh? Because it has always been the disputed area between India and China, so India should not grab of it. Okay, so on all these grounds, the tensions had been escalated between these two countries again. Then in 1988, in 1988, Rajiv Gandhi visited China. Rajiv Gandhi visited China now. And no doubt, the relations between the two countries improved a little bit. Got it? Little bit.
Yes, ma'am.
Relations improved. After this, in 1993, P.V. Narasimha Rao also visited China and signed on many agreements. P.V. Narasimha Rao. What was the full name of P.V. Narasimha Rao? Anyone knows? Pamulpati Venkat
Ma'am, no.
Narasimha Rao.
Okay.
P.V. Narasimha Rao visited China now. Visited China and signed on many agreements. Many agreements. Out of these agreements, one agreement was very important. What was this? I'm going to clear all these, please, first. This one we can. We have come to 1993. 1993. So, P.V. Narasimha Rao visited China and they signed on many agreements. Out of these agreements, most important agreement was that number one, not to use the force at border. Okay. Secondly, if any country moves across the line of actual control, then peacefully they will resolve the issues. Number three, and number three, they will maintain the peace and tranquility between these two countries. So, in short, the agreements were made that both the countries will maintain peace on both sides of the border. The McMahon line are now the boundary demarcation between these two countries came to be known as LAC. What is the LAC? Line of actual control. Line of actual control. What's the line between India and Pakistan known? It's called. What's the line of demarcation between India and Pakistan called? LOC, line of control
LC.
only. And between
Ma'am,
India
yes.
and China, line of
No,
actual
LAC.
control.
LAC.
It came to be known as the line of actual control, and the various agreements were made. Agreements they signed. These agreements were number one, not to use force, not to use of force at border, and secondly, if any country moves across the border, if any country moves across the border, resolve peacefully. They will resolve the issues peacefully. And see, they will maintain the peace and tranquility between the both the countries. In short, I'm writing this peace and tranquility. Okay? It means in short, both the countries will maintain peace on both sides of the border. And Indo-China, the line demarcated between India and China, it was known as the line of actual control. Previously, it was known as the McMahon line. Please keep remember, previously, in short, I am writing this previously as McMahon line. Previously, known as McMahon line. All of you will draw all these lines in map, on the political map of India.
India.
Okay, ठीक है. You can draw all these lines. All of you can locate and label. You should know, as we had drawn the Redcliffe line, or I'll make the efforts that I could show you the next time in the PDF. Okay, I could send you. Getting it? And this line of actual control
Yes, ma'am.
touches Ladakh, Kashmir, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Sikkim, and Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, it's just for the sake of your knowledge only. Got it? In 2003, after this, or should we start later on now? Should we start later?
Yes, ma'am. We can